Hello, we are Team Helios, and our project was to build a solar still. Before we get into our project, we want to do a little background on our team. I'm Kinsley Reedy, and I was the historian for our project. My task included taking photos during meetings, keeping track of team progress, keeping paperwork and sketches, and meeting summaries. The meeting summaries were very important because it let us look back on the process of the project and our thought process.
Hi, I'm Alex Hayes. I was the materials manager for our group. It's my responsibility to get all the materials, and I was also in charge of the budget, so I had to make sure that we stayed under budget with all the materials and everything that we used.
My name is Kelly Fawcett, and my role for our FEDD project was the designer. This meant that it was my job to do sketches, format PowerPoints, and make the trifold. As the designer, it was my responsibility to make sure that everything looked put together and professional, and that our design could be interpreted and understood by anyone. We relied heavily on the engineering design process to influence and guide our design. Identifying the problem was already done for us. We had to design and build an original solar still. As we researched the problem, we focused on two major aspects, the first being the engineering grand challenge that this project relates to. We did a lot of research on why this was an issue and in what ways a solar still could alleviate that problem. The second aspect was solar still efficiency. Through our research, we knew that many types of solar still existed, including high-efficiency commercial stills. These were very expensive, however, so our research changed to focus on what we could do to create an affordable yet efficient still. Once we had all of our research, we started brainstorming. We looked at several different ideas and materials that we could incorporate into our design. Once we had brainstormed multiple ideas, we started to focus on the one we deemed easiest to build. We considered the materials we should use for this design and how easily we could get them. Ultimately, we decided on a plastic tub as our basin, foam board as the walls, a glass pane as the ceiling, and lining the whole thing with tinfoil. As we built, we modified aspects of this design to be more efficient and easier to build. We added a mirror on the top and golf balls for surface area. Our method to remove the water from the still changed as well because what we had before was not as efficient or easy to build. We did not have enough materials to have multiple prototypes, so instead we just built up our original until we were satisfied, adding different aspects to improve its efficiency. After testing, we evaluated our design to be effective, but we were worried about the time constraint of the project. The presentation part of the project took the most time and effort because we wanted to make sure we could accurately convey what we had learned and how we had applied it to our project. Our primary focus for this step was ensuring that at FED and in class we could speak confidently about the ups and downs of our project and all of the steps that went into it.
The day of FED came and we were all nervous and confident at the same time. Of course, when we were putting everything in the car, the top mirror came off because the hot glue wasn't strong enough, but we managed to press it down so it could stay relatively sturdy until the end of FED. Thankfully, no one noticed. We were in the first round to present, and that's where things started going downhill. The judges informed us that instead of an hour, we would only get 45 minutes, and the water we had to use was freezing cold. This was something we were not prepared for, and gradually our confidence started to slip. By the time the judges came back around to let us know time was up, we were crushed. We had no water collected, not even condensation on the glass. Once we had lifted the tub out, we found a small drop or two on the bottom of the still, but that was it. We thought our chances were over until we heard that no one had been able to produce any water. Looking around proved this rumor. The competition was now down to who had the most creative and portable design. We were surprised and ecstatic to see the results when we checked the FED app. We had won second place. A judge later told us we had received creativity points for our golf ball idea. We had painted golf balls black and placed them in the tube to help increase the surface area of the water and aid in warming up the water in the basin. One of the judges had recognized this technique from water treatment plants, where they have large spinning wheels in the basin to lift water out of the main pond to help encourage faster evaporation.
So some of the key successes that the judges really liked at FED include the golf balls that we used, which increased the surface area of heating. They also liked the placement of the mirrors, which tunneled all the light into the water, increasing the heat inside of our still. And they also liked the affordability because it was a lot cheaper than a lot of the other products and designs that were there at FED. Some of the challenges we faced with our design were cutting the box, trying to get it as precise as possible so that it would fit, trying not to allow gas molecules to escape. Another challenge we faced was condensing the water after it had evaporated, trying to get one part of the glass cool enough to condense it.
My advice for freshmen is to try your best. Your end product may not be the way you want it to be. For example, none of the solar stills worked. But as long as you try your best and put your best foot forward, you can get a product that you'll be proud of and happy to present to your judges.
Remember that this project is meant to be fun and let you learn the engineering design process. Don't expect your project to be perfect or the design process to be perfect. Expect mishaps and mistakes along the way to occur.
My advice to freshmen is to manage your time wisely. It's not just the end product that matters. There's a lot of presentation aspects and other paper type things that you have to do that go into your FEDD project, and to choose a really simple design that you can make more efficient instead of trying to do everything in one go.